Today is pretty exciting because I'm going to be interviewing Lionel Moses. He's a family man, veteran, coach, and author devoted to empowering individuals to build stronger personal and professional relationships. With a passion for fostering healthy dating and marital success, Lionel draws from his rich life experiences to inspire others to cultivate meaningful, enduring connections. So he has a book out called The Marriage Seed. It is a heartfelt guide to nurturing love, commitment, and mutual growth in relationships. And today we are going to talk about what that means. And he's going to be sharing his wisdom with us in a way that we can understand because every healthy marriage starts long before the wedding.
It's a beautiful chaos, this roller coaster ride. The ups, the downs are spinning all around inside. It's a beautiful chaos. Sometimes I love, sometimes I hate. Have to pause, renegotiate, but with gratitude I appreciate this beautiful chaos.
Welcome to Beautiful Chaos. This episode is called The Marriage Seed, Growing the Relationship You Deserve. I'd like to welcome Lionel Moses to the show. I already gave a brief introduction, but welcome, Lionel. I'm super excited for you to be here.
I'm so glad to be here with you, Tammy.
So let's start by share with me your journey because I didn't share that with the folks, like your experience, your life experience, and what brought you to decide to write the book, The Marriage Seed, and why that was important to you.
Well, I like to start from the end and then jump all the way to the past. What made me write the book, The Marriage Seed, is, because I've had a lot of relationships and a lot of them failed. And with the failures, there was a book I read before, I think it was John Maxwell. It says "Failing Forward." So what I decided to do was just take notes of what I've learned along the way. And in conversation with friends, family, and people I've coached and mentored, I found that what I've experienced isn't uncommon. It's just that no one shares it with anyone. So I decided to write the book so that way people can look inside of my life. They don't have to claim what's theirs, but they can just read the book and see how I was able to overcome some things, and maybe to give some insight for someone else on how they can do it. The main thing I learned is that all of the issues that I have it within me, the solution, which is why the seed, everything that I needed for successful relationships was inside of me. So, my backstory is I was, born the fifth of six children, living in inner city in New Jersey, and it's two boys, four girls, didn't have much of anything, and I've learned, that because I was the next to the youngest, my brother was right above me. I had to find my place. So early on in life, I became a people pleaser,
Mm.
doing whatever I needed, to get the approval of my older siblings and the attention of my parents. Because again, I wasn't the youngest. There was someone that came after me. So I'm like in between okay, I'm the youngest son, but there's a younger daughter and had the middle child syndrome. So it's like,
Right.
okay, all right, yeah. So, fast forward, met my high school sweetheart, got married, had a few kids. I went to the Navy, served during Desert Storm. And, one thing I've learned throughout my life and my career, especially in the military, is that two things. One thing is you can't do life alone.
Mm.
You need someone that has your ear, has an influence over your life. And the second thing is, we have more in common than we don't.
Amen to
Y-
that. Yes.
Yeah, we just have to, put ourselves in my situation, put ourselves in the barracks, where you have to live with each other, and you'll learn, okay, then it got even tighter. You're going on a ship, and we're sleeping three high, and there's like 100 people in this little compartment from all walks of life. You learn again, we have the same issues from different areas. So it's not what we experience in life is not uncommon. And when I got the military, tried my hands in some entrepreneurial ventures. That's kind of what I do now in the work. Prior to that, I worked in the finance industry, Fortune companies, in finance departments. And I again, same thing I've learned. No matter where the people are from, we have a commonality. And one thing I've been told, a thread throughout my entire life, is that you're a teacher,
Yeah.
and I've never saw myself as a teacher. I never saw myself as being someone honestly wise enough to be a teacher. But I do know I like I like to have a tread wind behind me, meaning something that pushes me ahead. So I like to do the same thing for other people. If I can teach an 18-year-old something that I learned at 50, they should move a little bit faster in life than I did. And that's, the purpose and the reason for the book.
Well, and that's beautiful. That's actually I'm writing my first book, and
Awesome.
it's pretty similar to what you're saying. I'm like listening to you going, okay, he's like the male version of me. Only I didn't go in the military, but and I was an only child, yet I
Oh,
was the
that's different.
people pleaser.
Yeah, yeah,
Also, I'm still
yeah.
a people pleaser. I'm learning to set boundaries, which is important.
Mhm.
But so that's and all your talk about community and how we're all alike, and it's we all suffer through the same things. We all want the same things deep down.
Absolutely.
We want
Absolutely.
love, we want
Hmm.
connection. Like
Hmm.
those are all of our main things. So I am with you 100% on why you've written this book and what's on your heart. And I feel like we're two peas in a pod. And I
Absolutely.
did read your book. I'm only in the first couple chapters. So
Okay.
I really love it. Although I have to let you know that I enjoy the analogy of the seed, but I am a plant killer.
Oh,
Ah,
well,
so, just keep that in mind throughout this conversation. No,
well,
I've been married
here's
30 years though.
oh my gosh. Here's my disclaimer.
Okay.
Most of my plants that survive are trees, shrubs, and grass.
Right? There you go. And I
So
have
I
spider
I get
plants.
it. I
I got spider plants. Those
oh
suckers grow all over the place, but I can't grow anything else. But anyways, but relationships are different. I do
yeah.
love your analogy. So, are you currently married? Because you've said you've had a couple of marriages, I think, right?
I had two marriages and I'm divorced.
Okay, currently divorced.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
and third time's the charm. I'm just going to lay that out there because that's for me, it was this is my third marriage, and
Okay. Okay.
we've been married for actually 29 and a half years.
Awesome.
So there is hope, but there is also this we're definitely watering our little
Hmm.
seed our continually, and I think that that's really really important. So let's talk about let's see, you talked about kind of what got you
Hmm.
going. So in your Desert Storm years and building your businesses and your experiences that shaped you as a husband and a father, which season taught you the most about relationships? Like, was it during
Oh.
those relationships or is it like the hindsight of those relationships?
Okay, so you're going to ask me a very embarrassing question that I really don't want to answer, but I will.
Oh, no. Okay.
The 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 season in my life that answered that question more than any, I would say all of them. But the issue was I did not put them into practice from a holistic standpoint until my last marriage ended. So
Mm,
a lot of the stuff that's in my book is based on my notes from honestly marriage counseling, the
right.
things I've learned along the way. And I'm a principle driven dude. So when I see a principle, I've learned. Unfortunately, it wasn't earlier in life, but I've learned that if I see a trait as in people pleasing, and I look for that in every area, every aspect of my life, I will find glimpses of it. And I think once you're a people pleaser, you never get rid of it 100%. You manage it.
Yes, I agree with that
You manage it.
100%. Yes.
And that's where I'm at. I'm managing it, as you said, with my boundaries and my conversations and honesty with myself. But unfortunately, I didn't. get the have the aha moment until I was in my second marriage. Because with every relationship, I did take a little piece with me, but I didn't look at it holistically. And that's, you have to be emotionally healthy to see the whole picture. And once I got emotionally healthy, that's when things started clicking for me.
Yeah. And I just want you to know you're not alone in the embarrassing moments, because that's while writing this book myself, I'm looking back going,
Hmm.
wow, two marriages, that doesn't look real
Hmm.
good. And this is why. And I wasn't my
Yeah.
healthiest
Yeah.
self.
Yeah.
I had moments,
Hmm.
but they weren't moments enough to survive or to help those marriages to survive. So, okay. Now, I saw somewhere, I want to ask you this. This is not, we didn't discuss this, so I can cut this out.
No, you don't.
But
You don't have to. Let's do it.
let me just ask you. So I saw somewhere that you're a rabbi, or you were a rabbi. Is that a true fact, or?
I am not a rabbi, but there is someone that's a rabbi with my name.
Oh,
Uh,
okay. Because I
yeah,
was like,
yeah,
wait a minute, this doesn't
yeah,
kind of line up
yeah,
with his
yeah.
life, so I'm
I
not
I'm
sure.
not a
Okay.
rabbi. I am in ministry, but
You
I'm
are
not a
in
rabbi. I
ministry.
am in
Okay.
ministry, but
So
I'm
I
not a
love
rabbi.
it. So
Yeah.
do you feel that this book is, this is off topic too, a little bit. Do you feel
Yeah.
that this
Let's
book,
just do it.
do it. Let's go with
Whatever
it.
you feel, whatever you sense,
And I
let's
feel
do it.
like God leads me. I pray before my podcast, like
Hmm.
help me to say the right
Hmm.
things and like
There
all
you
the
have it.
things. There you go. So my question is, when you started working on this book, did you also start reflecting and realizing that maybe these are God's words that you're sharing? Like, is this on your heart and you feel like
Absolutely.
this is absolutely God speaking to you that you have to do this?
The book was definitely, I'm going to say, ordained by God since we went there.
Yes, do it.
since,
I'm all
since
about
we
it.
went there, the book is definitely ordained by God. And just in total transparency, I had a challenge. God and I, had some conversations, and I kind of challenged him a little bit on the topic because I didn't like it. Because I was saying to myself, God, why do you want me to write a book that's called The Marriage Seed? Wouldn't a relationship be better? Because I'm not married.
Right.
I'm divorced, and I I I I believe, Tammy, I was on my track, the lawnmower, cutting my grass, and something came to me. It's like, well, how do professional athletes get better? They watch the film.
Yes. How do you learn something? You
Exactly.
teach it. You teach
Exactly.
it. Yes.
Exactly. And I also reminded me of a conversation I had with a close friend of mine named Greg almost 20 years ago. And he was like, everybody needs a PPR, which is a preaching point of reference. Preaching doesn't necessarily be in a pulpit, but just a point of reference in life, so that way you can go back to it and pull something out to help someone. So God prepares us in advance for the people that we're going to encounter and who we're going to meet.
Yeah.
And I love the principle of the seed that He gave me, because I His word tells me that He's given me everything I need for life and godliness. He
Yes.
tells me to seek peace and pursue it, which means I have to do work. And that's honestly, the whole gardening concept. There's work for you to do.
Exactly. Because you can't
And
change somebody else. You have
absolutely
to
not.
look within and figure
Abs-
out what's going
Absolutely not.
on. Right. Yeah.
Absolutely not. And the word marriage, and again, I feel for a lot of people it's deceptive, and a lot of people will not pick up my book. Some are in situations like me, you, and some are in situations where they're not looking to date or be in a relationship. The good thing about principles is they apply, no matter what your status or relationship you're in. Because most people, when they see marriage, they think of a romantic relationship.
Right.
When I say marriage, I think of a marriage as I believe, which is a commitment to do something until the end, which requires
Ah,
intentionality.
which could be even
Which
married to a book, married
married
to a podcast, like
ma-
you're
married to a
committing,
business,
married to
yeah,
a business.
and you
Yes.
are, you
Yeah.
are. In
Yeah.
in order for, I don't care if you have a business, you have a podcast, you're a student in school. No matter what you're doing in life, you have to commit to it to be successful on any level.
Right. That's a good point. Let's take a moment to recognize our sponsor. We are so excited to have a new sponsor, Melissa Lott with Integrative Wellness in Idaho, Pure Elegance Injector. Hey, if you're looking to improve the health and vitality of your skin, she offers all the things: Botox, lip flip, hair removal, cool peel, deep CO2 laser, lip hydration, full lip pucker, photo facial, hydrofacial, and micro needling. That's what I just did my first treatment of. And we'll actually be sharing this information on an episode. I do the whole treatment. So I'm going to have before pictures, during some clips of during the treatment, and then some after pictures showing the daily results. I am only on day 5, so I have makeup on, kind of hiding all the stuff, but it is still in progress of healing, but I can already notice a big difference. So if you're interested in creating better health and vitality in your face and skin, then you can reach out to integrativewellnessidaho.com at pure_elegance_injector or call Melissa 208-317-4884 for more information or to schedule your beauty treatment. Now back to the show. So let's talk about why do you think so many people invest years of learning to succeed professionally, but I don't think that they don't spend as much time building a healthy relationship, or even like you're saying, like in this that we just went to, they're not committing
Mm,
professionally, even they're not committing relationship
I love it.
wise, right? So
Wow.
what is the big key that we're all missing? Is it just make the commitment, be
Right,
100% into
right.
whatever it is? Tell me what is it we're missing?
And you nailed it right there. You have to be 100% committed in everything that you do.
Right.
You know, I believe, according to what my favorite book says, and it says everything that you do, in everything that you do, whether it's in work or in deed, do it as unto the Lord.
Amen. I
So, but
agree.
I don't, again, but when I have conversations with people, some people won't accept that.
Right.
So I'm not gonna say a roundabout way because it's evident. I say the principle and state the principle that's required, but everyone's not gonna hear if I told them where my favorite book was.
Right.
Apparently, you know my favorite book because you said amen.
I
But
know your favorite
yeah,
book. Yeah, that's my favorite book. But I get what you're saying because
but
there's,
everyone's not gonna
yeah,
receive it like that. But if
right.
I just told them the principle, oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Of course
That's
it does. Look who wrote it.
right. That's beautiful. Well, and hence the reason why your book is all this
Mhm,
storyline of
mhm,
planting seeds and
mhm,
growing seeds and
mhm.
watering and all the things that happen within the garden, which is our lives,
Exactly. You got it.
because just like our favorite book, things are
Hmm.
taught in parables.
Yes. People, hey, and that's how our big brother taught.
Yeah,
Jesus taught primarily in parables, so people could understand.
right.
So there's some little formal education behind me, blah blah blah. But to me, that's not
Yeah.
significant. I want to get a message across. I don't. I mean, if I have to have an intellectual dialogue, I can do that. I try to pride myself to be like Paul. Let me tell you about this one God that you don't know, and that's what I do.
Yeah.
I just want to have conversations with people,
So,
and then they can ask me the questions and where I got it from, and
and then you share it with them. I
and
know
then I share.
I started out this podcast going, well, just so you know, I believe in God. You can believe whatever you want to believe,
Right,
spirituality, the
right.
universe, Buddhism, Taoism,
Hmm.
whatever it is. This is what I believe. So
Right.
it's all going to funnel
Back
your
there.
back
Hmm.
into that. Yeah,
Hmm.
and you're doing the best that you can do, being the best person you can be.
Right.
I don't care what you believe. I'm going to support you as a human in
There we,
whatever aspect
Tammy.
I can.
That's what's missing, I believe, with a lot of people.
100%. And everybody's
Yeah.
so busy pointing out
Yeah.
all of our
Yeah.
differences instead of
No.
going, we're a community. We're a community
Exactly.
built human, and we
Hmm.
need that human connection. And like I said earlier, we want all the same things. And if you
Right.
cut us, we bleed all the
We
same
all
color, no
bleed.
matter
Hmm.
what
Yep.
we colors we
Yep.
are, no matter where we
Absolutely.
come from. So
Hmm.
yeah. So all right.
Yeah.
Let's
I've oversimplified that. lately because again, I'm also a part-time unpaid comedian. But
See, I'm
so
telling you, we're twins.
yeah, because I so what I do now, Tim, is when I come in contact with someone that thinks differently from me, if they're aggressive or angry or whatever, I tell a joke. I was like, see, we're having a conversation right now and we're both breathing the same air and neither one of us is dead. So that goes to show you that, we have a lot in common because we both need it.
Yeah.
A lot of people storm away, get upset, but it's true. We share the same air.
Yeah.
Come
100%.
on. It's like, okay. If
Well,
you don't
it's
want to breathe the air while I'm here, hold it.
hold it. Yeah.
Hold your breath.
And there you go. I love that. So let's get back to relationships.
Hmm.
So on the seed of when you talk about the seeds of marriage and tell me what you've learned from writing this book that you hope that others would learn if they want to cultivate a relationship. And that whether it's a marital or a parental or even a better relationship with yourself.
You nailed it right there. But the primary thing I was trying to give to the readers in the book is that, you have control over one being, and that's you.
Right.
And I don't, and until you do all of the work possible, you can't say that you can't blame the other person for what happens in your relationship. Any little shift or pivot that you make in your life, can change the trajectory of the relationship.
Right.
And you have to understand and accept your partner's humanity just as you want your partner to accept yours. And I believe for me, that was one of my biggest problems. I accepted, but reverse. I accepted my wife's humanity. I didn't accept mine.
Right.
And what happens when I beat on myself, my whole family suffers.
Yes.
So, people say, well, you're such a nice guy. You're this. Yeah, but how did I treat myself? And that's the storyline in the book. What are you doing for you? Are you investing in yourself? I mean, I pay for my kids' school. I pay for my schooling as well. But I pay for my kids' schooling. I support other people any way I can. But how much do time and energy do I invest in honestly looking at Lionel and being honest with Lionel and treating Lionel with respect? I feel a lot of people, because of the culture we're in, we're harder on ourselves than we will ever be on anyone else.
100%. You look in the mirror and first thing in the morning and you're going, "Hey, what's
Yeah,
this lines over
exactly.
here?
Where did that
What?"
come from?
Yeah, and then or you get in a dispute with someone. My husband and I will get in a little fight over something stupid, just because it's just that time of month for both of us. I don't know.
Right, right.
But
Yeah, I get it.
we're button heads, and I used to
Mhm.
always tell my kids, you'll always love your spouse, but you won't always like them.
Exactly.
And when you don't
Exactly.
like them at the same
Right.
time, when they don't like you and you don't like them,
Right.
that's when you butt heads the hardest.
Right.
But as a people pleaser, I'm sitting there
Mhm.
chastising myself
Right.
for every little thing because I wanted to please him. I wanted to have a good day today and it
Hmm.
fell apart. And then so I sit there and I'm kicking myself while I'm down. So yeah, I think that having that, and a lot of that is expending our energy
Right.
so far outside of ourselves because we're
Right.
people pleasers and we want to help everyone and we want everyone to be successful, but we forget to look at
Hmm.
ourselves and
Look at
go,
me.
yeah,
Yeah.
what's going on? Or even stop a minute and take yourself outside of a conversation, put the other person in a picture frame. I just learned this the other day, emotional intelligence.
I love it.
Put the other person in a picture frame and take the emotions out of it, right?
Hmm.
And just
Hmm.
watch whatever's unfolding and go, what question can I ask? Why am I feeling any emotion?
Right.
Or why is this person feeling that way? What is this person feeling?
Hmm.
So I can question what's happening there, but then look at me and go, okay, so what is that person saying that is evoking in me this emotion, and where's that emotion coming from?
Mm.
Again, that's
Yeah.
that looking
Yeah.
within, trying to do
Yeah.
that self,
Yeah.
kind of be self-aware and understand where
That's
you're hurt. Somewhere along the way, you're hurt, you're
hmm
unseen, you felt unloved.
hmm
Again, this
hmm
is all of us at some point in our lives, right?
that's yeah, that's definitely everyone. The analogy I like to think of is, similar to what you're saying. You say you put your partner in the frame, but look yourself in the mirror.
Yeah.
And I believe self affirmations are very important. And honestly, it's something I do a lot. And again, I'm far from a narcissist, sorry, but I have to tell myself that I'm beautifully, wonderfully made. I
Yeah.
have to tell myself that there was a divine purpose for my creation.
Yes.
I have to, and some people, I'm going to say this, in a lot of religious circles, they struggle with that stuff. But when I read my favorite book again, this is a guy that wrote a book. His name is John, and he's like, yeah, I'm the one Jesus loved. Is that narcissistic, or is it acknowledging where you stand? We have to take the time to reflect on who we are. So
Yes.
I don't believe those. I believe, that everything that's in that book was written for a reason. It's
Yes.
okay to acknowledge the fact that yes, I am loved.
Yes.
I am
100%.
loved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
Now,
loved
no other disciple wrote it, but he did.
right. And we are all loved
Yes.
because of who we
Yeah.
are, not because
Exactly.
what we do, not
hmm
because we
Exactly.
anything that we do. We
Exactly.
we are loved because of who we are.
hmm
And if anybody ever feels like they're not loved, I feel like
Yeah.
they just need to get on their hands and knees and pray
There. Definitely
because
pray or call me. I got something for you.
yeah, exactly.
So, or
Because
call, so not me or you. Call someone like us that we can. We'll tell you. No, you are loved.
yeah, exactly. Well, and I think that sometimes, okay, let's bring social media into this real quick.
hmm
So, a lot of people compare their lives to social media and they look at all these great things that other people are doing or saying. Their lives look so pretty on the outside, but people aren't
hmm
seeing what's really happening on the inside. And so that's the bad part of
Right.
social media. But the
Right.
good part is, you know what? If you're having a down day, and I don't know, is this narcissistic? If you're having a down day and chemically imbalanced, I don't know
hmm
why,
That's
but
that's the thing. Yeah.
right? You
Yeah.
wake up and you're just in a funk and you
Right.
can't you can't look in the mirror. I was a health coach and I had
Okay.
clients that could not look in the mirror and find one thing to love about themselves. Not
Oh
one.
wow.
I would
Oh
be
wow.
like, I would be like grasping at straws. Do you have good
Yeah.
looking teeth? Do you have a pretty
Right.
smile? Hey,
Right.
how's your eyebrows? Like stupid things
Yeah.
because they would look in the mirror and not see one thing
Wow.
they could love. And I saw somebody post this and I thought this was pretty brilliant. It was on Facebook and they posted, I'm having a bad day and I can't seem to find one thing I like about myself.
Mm.
Can anyone share with me today one thing that you like about me or you think that's good about me? And man, their social media page that it blew up
Yeah.
because
I can
everybody was
imagine.
commenting,
Right.
going, this, that, and the other, and all that. And I thought about that and went, it's sad that you get to that point, but sometimes we do, right? Depending on what's going on in your life and
Yeah.
where you are.
The pressures. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's
And
definitely
so
pressures in life.
exactly. And you can succumb to them very easily if you're not careful. But I think that that's kind of a cool thing that's a good way to use
hmm
social media. Like, hey,
Absolutely.
right? Or do you remember how we
Absolutely.
met? Because that's kind of fun because normally people. So, anyways, I just was thinking sometimes when it's hard for you to find something, like you said, reach out to somebody.
Reach
I
out to
get
somebody.
down
Yeah.
on your knees. Know
Yeah.
that no matter what, even if you don't love you today, God loves you.
God loves you. Exactly.
Like that's the
hmm
thing.
hmm
Okay, so back to your book. Uh so
Well, see, all of this is
it's
honestly
it's
in the
in the
book.
book. Yeah.
Concepts. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's beautiful.
hmm
So if someone's listening today and they're feeling lonely, even if they're married or they're dating and wondering, is this a lasting love? Is lasting love possible? And hey, I'm going to be honest. When I married this husband, he was my third husband. We
Hmm.
we're building a house right before we got married, and we got married in our house, which is totally
That's
awesome.
awesome.
And I look back writing this book, going, if I'd only told myself he does love you, he built you a house. Oh my God. But anyway, so we're building this house, and he would come home and say, so do you like this color for the cabinets? Do you like the whatever, how do you want this? And I'm like,
Hmm.
yeah, whatever you want, that's fine. Because in my mind, I'm like, hey, you're my third marriage. If we split, man, I'm packing bags and out of here. So you just go ahead and pick whatever you want. Because he's a farmer and a rancher. So what
Right.
a terrible way to start a relationship. Like, and you would think there was no seed planted right there.
Mhm.
I mean, right? Like that was
Yeah.
like, hey, I'm just throwing stuff. I threw the seeds in the yard.
Just casting. Hmm.
I just cast them
Yeah.
and hope
Hmm.
something would. So okay, so
But
what
we
would
get
you?
there in life sometimes, so that's
Yeah,
real.
it
Because
is.
we are a sum total of all our experiences and everything. And as you said, third time is a charmer. In my head, when you said that, I say, okay, Lord, I receive it.
There you go. Are you
I'm
ready?
not there yet, but I
That,
receive it.
yeah. Okay. Hey, I'm going to take you down this hole
Yep.
then. Let's go down this rabbit hole.
Let's
So,
go.
if what do you feel you need to work on the most within yourself to be open for a new relationship?
Whew. Well,
Woo,
that's an excellent question, Tammy, and I'm so glad you asked that question. I'm taking time to learn me.
I like it.
I again, I have four children. I was married twice, and I was a provider. I was a protector. I did whatever I needed to do to make sure that my family was well. But I learned when I was in a fetal position after my divorce. Hey, have to be honest.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
In a fetal position, what's wrong with me? You know, I remember the conversation I had with a friend of mine, like 20 years ago. And he said to me, he said he was single. He's like, man, I take myself on dates. I do this, I do that. Because if I don't want to be with me, who will want to be with me?
Yeah.
So what I'm doing is I'm learning to learn me, which again, it requires intentionality. Because when you start dating, people ask you about what you like, and saying I don't know makes you look like an idiot. And I don't want to look like an idiot because I feel like one most of the time. I don't I don't know how to date. I really don't. And
Yeah.
and I've been on a couple, and I was like, okay, yeah, you have to teach me. They look at me like I'm strange. Well, I don't. I know how to do stuff. There's some things that's fun, but when I'm sitting and I'm quiet, what's going to do? Lionel said,
Right.
what am I telling myself about me? What is my body telling me about me? What am I watching? What kind of activities am I doing?
Yeah.
I need to be
Yeah.
able to, I can't have a good relationship with anyone else until I know me. I was told, to love the people that I'm with as I love myself. And can I really love myself if I don't know myself? I'm going to say no, because, I need to be able to love me in spite of certain things, but I need to know
Yes.
what those things are. So when I do date, I'm cognizant of my issues, and it may be weird, but I share it. Hey, look, this is where I know I have issues. I'm not going to say it here, but I know my flaws. I know them.
Right.
You know, because during the dating process, we pick what we like consciously, but our insecurities also pick what they like.
Well, yeah. And there's the projection thing too.
Exactly.
Yeah. So,
Exactly.
yeah. So I think it is very important that you know
Hmm.
yourself. I will say to you though, sometimes knowing yourself, it helps to be in a relationship. Whether it's starting out as just someone that you're friends with, a
Hmm.
confidant that you can share with your journey, your everything, because you
Hmm.
need that person. Well, and you probably have that person, somebody that's a friend or somebody
Right.
within your ministry. But because in my situation, my husband and I kind of grew together, but he is the person that will call me out on things.
Hmm.
But in an
That's
like,
necessary.
hey,
Yeah.
are you being true to yourself on what
Yeah.
you want to do?
Yeah.
Are you like he puts questions out
Yeah.
there that I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, wow, okay, I wouldn't have
See,
thought about that.
that's love. A lot of people don't see it that way, but that's love.
That's love.
Because anything that God does grows.
Yeah,
And your husband asking questions helps you to grow.
yeah,
So that's necessary in a relationship. If you
yeah,
can't handle questions, then you're really not ready for a relationship.
yeah. So you can handle questions. That's what I'm
Oh,
hearing.
absolutely. I can. Oh, yeah. I
Absolutely.
can
So
ask again. Ask me anything. Some I'll deny,
some you're gonna
but
be like,
I will tell you. Yeah, I can't answer that one right now.
yeah,
But
you wait a few
yeah,
weeks.
yeah. I'll tell you. Yeah, nah.
Oh gosh.
Or I'll say, ouch. Yeah.
Yeah,
But that's one thing is always I'm always in the posture of a student.
I love it.
Because I want to learn, I want to grow, and I don't know every aspect of me. If I ask God and say, Lord, you know, show me me, I have to be willing to accept how He shows me.
Yes.
I don't have to like it, but I have to be willing. Okay, all right,
Willing to hear
and
it.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that's like um when you ask yourself questions, because I have to
mhm.
actually ask myself questions out loud if I'm struggling with something. I have to say it out loud and as if
So
I'm
you can hear it.
asking
Right,
myself because I know the answer. I
right,
know it's within me,
right.
but and I believe it's sent through me from God. So
Hmm.
I pray about it and then I ask myself it out loud so that I can receive that answer and I am open to that answer just like you have to be open 100% because it's not always what you want to hear and most of the time it absolutely is not what you want to hear.
I'm so glad you said that. Because yes,
Yeah.
yes. Whenever I get answers, I there's three categories. Is it something I would say? Is it something that's way off, from what my belief system is, or is it something I just don't want to do? But usually, I just don't want to do means it's coming from my daddy, and I'm like, yeah. Now I know why he called me a son and a child because right now,
I'm rebelling, whatever you say. I'm going to
exactly.
do the
So it's
opposite.
not just me.
I
Oh my
know.
god.
It is not just you. See, this is what I'm saying. We are all, oh
Oh
man,
gosh.
I look back through
Mhm.
my life and I'm like, as soon as you tell me I can't do something, I'm going to
Yeah.
prove to you why I
Yeah.
can.
Mhm. I love it.
Oh my gosh. Well, you have just been a hoot to have on today. I am so grateful to have had this opportunity to meet with you, to talk to you. And the title of your book is The Marriage Seed, and it can be found on Audible and Amazon, right?
Correct.
Or not
Anywhere
Audible.
where books are sold online, my book
Oh,
is there.
nice.
Amazon, Walmart, yeah. Audible if you like me, you like audiobooks, it's
Yeah,
out there.
that's me.
Yeah.
Because I can work and do
Yeah.
other things and listen. Although I don't know about you, but I find as I get older, my multitasking skills are diminishing.
I'm not gonna say anything, but did you see my face?
Yeah, I read that face. He's in agreement with me.
Oh my gosh, yes I am. Whew.
Okay, I just absolutely love you. I just have to tell you that. You're just awesome. I feel like I'm looking in the mirror when I'm talking to you because we're just two peas in a pod here, and I really appreciate it. I appreciate your heart. And I'm going to finish reading your book. Like I said, I think I'm on chapter 2 or 3, so I'm really early in it. But I am gonna finish it because it does have some really good nuggets in there on how to, grow your relationships. And so grateful that you listened to God and wrote this book. So
Tammy, I'm honored to be here. Again, as you said, you're like my twin.
I know.
I feel your pains, I hear your struggles. Yes.
Yes,
But
100%.
it's a confirmation that God's love spans across all.
Yeah, it's
You
true.
know,
And he's
it's like,
connected us for
yeah,
some reason. Like
yes,
there's
yes,
there's a bigger thing
yeah,
going on.
yeah. He's doing something.
He's doing
And
something.
I'm excited that he chose us.
Yes, me too. Me too. All right. Well, good luck with all that you do, and hopefully we'll get to have you on the show again.
I
Because I'd
love
love
that.
to visit with you again. All
I
right.
love that.
Okay.
Thanks, Sammy.
Take
Take
care.
care.
Good to visit
Bye
with
now.
you.